All right, so I did start the recording.
So this is it.
Yeah, dude, I'm happy I actually got this going.
Well,
Um, we haven't had a name for the podcast, and I think the main output source that we're gonna do right now is just YouTube, but like on whose channel?
it has to be yours.
Have to be mine. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that's fine. I can do that. Um, so let's just I I just want to preface this with like this can be anything we want it to be. We do not have to have a specific like format or anything. We just come in, sit down, talk bullshit, and then go from there.
Yeah.
But I did notice that you have some topics, and I guess what what's basically just get it off your chest, you know.
All right. So this is my name is Shiloh Lowe, and this is a long time coming. But I want to start the podcast off, the first official, with Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas to everybody out there. I'm not sure when this is gonna air, but like I said, it's been a long time coming. So
Fuck yeah. um. So like, what is it? I guess I don't really exactly think this far in because like as far as like where we want to go conversation wise, where do you want to start?
uh, how have you been, man?
That's a good place. I've been okay. Mostly just happy to be done with school. A tremendous, like a lot of, like everyone's like, oh yeah, school's hard. School's hard. School isn't hard. The hard part is being at school. The hardest part is being away from everyone and all the people that you love and cherish, and just watching everybody else's life seemingly continue on without you.
Right.
Like from third person or like from Snapchat, Facebook, all that stuff, and just trying to keep yourself motivated, trying to like do shit to keep yourself busy, and it's kind of turned into like a real deal podcast because what I ended up doing was finding friends and just going to drink with them. That's how I met our mutual friend, and then like just going to the bars with them and chilling out. Like that's how I met them. Um, I can blur that out. Her name too.
Shout out to her.
But yeah.
I did want to touch on that though, because she's like you said, she's a mutual friend.
hmm
But when I saw you guys took down that hand game tournament,
Oh, dude, that was dope. Yeah.
you guys champed out, and then I saw the picture, and I was like, wait, it was weird because I know her and I know
Yeah.
bleep that out, but and of course I grew up with you. Not many people, who don't know me and your history. We grew up on the res together.
Yeah.
But since we grew up, kind of like started our own separate paths. But it's crazy to see that you're just up in there
Yeah.
taking down tournaments with them. So
Yeah. That is pretty funny. Um. Yeah, man. It's kind of like the more I kept going out and like trying to meet people up there, the more I found out that there's a lot of people from home here going up there to do school too, and just having like camaraderie and the fact that we're from the same place and we're just trying to like make it together brought us a lot closer than I thought. Because now they call me brother and I call them sisters. So
right.
and kind of like to your point, it was kind of funny because you were like, "Motherfucker, since when have you been hand gaming?" And I was like, "Bro,
Yeah.
since fucking spring, dude. My bad." Like,
Yeah,
um,
it just popped. You just popped out, and I was like, "Oh shit!" You had the fit on, the
yeah,
matching
bro.
fit, and I was like,
Bro, we were trying
"Damn."
to we were trying to win best dress that day. Didn't end up happening because we lost those motherfuckers in some denim coats, like just pure denim. I was like, those motherfuckers.
Damn, got beat by Greece, huh?
Yeah, I got beat by fucking. Yeah, I got beat by Greece. That's ass. Um, but yeah, so there's a lot of that happening, and then just I built some bad habits while doing college, and I think there's still lingering with me today, and like I was just thinking about like how you're sober, and I was just like, damn, I want that for myself, but like it's just it's there. I just it comes to me, to be honest. The more I find it, like think about it, I'm like, damn, um, it ends up happening more and more to where like I don't have money, and then I have money, and then it's just, oh, I have enough for a six pack, and then that's like the serious part of it, because like at the same time I want to be around long enough to do creative endeavors like this,
Right.
like this stuff that actually makes me happy, and that brings us together, and we bond over. And uh the thing that I also like kind of can keep tying back into college was like getting over the fear of being cringe or shamed out for like doing the shit that we like.
Right.
And you've kind of come into that too, where you're having you and your guys' drum group,
Yeah.
and you don't really care about what people think anymore. I don't, from the outside looking in, that's how it looks to me, and I really fuck with that, because if like if there's anything that stops a lot of like native artists is the fear of being perceived.
Right. And it'll come off as corny or you know, um, yeah. When we started doing the Little Brave vlogs, it started off when I was with another drum group from Pine Ridge, but they're based out of Omaha,
Mm-hmm.
and we did a vlog on our whole trip to Wild Horse, and then one of my other singers, he he's into that, the videos and the social media, so he knew how to platform Little Brave a bit higher, and I wasn't really comfortable with being on video or talking on camera, but you know, I was always kind of like, well, I want to keep it about the singing, but he just wanted to capture the camaraderie, with the traveling, the bros,
Yeah.
singing, the humor, and yeah, a lot of people who actually like watch the videos and they actually like them, they actually makes them laugh, and that's just us, and it's not everything, but it's just it's a good outlook on us, a good perspective on how what else we do. We're not just singers at the powwow. We are people as well. That's one thing I always wanted to show people, that I'm not just a singer. I'm more people. Like I guess there's more to me than just being Shiloh from Little Brave. So yeah, I know what you mean, and I wanted to touch back on you and your college grind. Because I've seen my girlfriend. She's in college too, and man, it's really one man band. You guys really out there. The students out there in college, it's like no one's gonna keep pushing you, and obviously it's
Don't I know it, bro?
there's not really people to be like, all right, oh, you're still in college. There is some people, but like if you dropped out, they would be like, oh, it's okay. It's just like, no, you guys are your own coaches. You guys are your own motivators, and yeah, hats off to you guys, because college is not for everybody. But you did it, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to uh, brother Dave over there.
Yeah. I told him yesterday we were at a dinner, and I told him, I was like, yeah, I got a real degree. I love teasing him. No, yeah. It's me, Amanda, and David out of the Grandpa's Bunch who have degrees. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, oh shit, there's three of us that got it. Nice.
Yeah, and I was like, kind of surprised. I was like, dang, that's a lot of people. It's like
Mm-hmm.
what the grandparents wanted. You know what I mean?
Literally, yeah.
Yeah, and they always say education, education, but you know, it's not really like praised in the native communities to like
No,
go
not
out
at
there and
all.
finish.
I think I've had like three or four people actually congratulate me and hug me. Everyone else is just like, oh, cool, you're back.
Oh
But
yeah,
like I don't take that to heart. In fact, I kind of like agree with you, bro. Like it is a one man show. No one's gonna turn in that assignment for me at midnight. No one's gonna like turn in that like 10-page essay at fucking 8 a.m. on a Monday morning when it's due, with no like chance for a resubmission. Like the thing when you were telling me about your girlfriend taking a break, yeah, I don't have no judgment against doing a break, because everyone needs one. I mean, I definitely needed one this past summer, but I was still like in the cut at Los Alamos, like in fucking throwing for loops and in the blender over there, and I just let my school grades dip. I had two summer classes and I failed one, and I just like focused on one because my mental capacity could only handle that much. And so, like, to your girlfriend, take a break, rest up, recover, and then just go back at it full force again, and um, just get it done. That way you don't have to think about it ever again. And if you want to go to a 4 year, then that's your plan. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh no, stay in school, don't drop out. That's the shit that people who dropped out and haven't gone back will say to you. And
Like it'll always be there.
yeah,
Wait, which it is, but then like
you're never gonna get back there because then you just get like, oh well, I'm already old, or I'm already this, I'm out of the loop.
people start having kids, moving away.
Yeah.
Find a good job, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. With that being said, man, congratulations.
Thanks, man.
But my
Oh,
first time
number
saying,
5. Yeah. No.
Oh yeah, I'm one of those people who made top 5, but
Yeah.
no, for real, I mean that's actually pretty dope. And I was surprised, man. Like you fucking did it, man.
Yeah, bro. And then I think my favorite memories is just traveling country, going to Chicago, going to Minneapolis this past fall. That was pretty sick. Going to Rapid City last spring. I was laughing because Betna messaged me and he's like, "Bro, every time I check Snapchat, you're fucking in a different part of the country." And I was like, "I know, bro, my bad."
Yeah.
Because I was in Santa Fe for a couple months there. That was fun.
You're in Santa Fe?
Yeah, bro, working at Los Alamos, the place that Oppenheimer built, bro.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I was there. Dead ass working.
Damn.
Then the summer before that, I was at Sandia National Labs. So like those laboratories are like like an hour apart. So
Damn.
yeah, dude. Ooh.
Different environment?
Huh?
Different environment?
One was like very professional. The other was like very like ultra clicky. Like one just was like super like, oh yeah, you're chill, you can come to work, you can stay from home. The other one was like, no, you're coming to work. No, you're gonna do what I tell you, even though this isn't your specialty. Like, she seen me come home and just absolutely just hate my life for like 2 hours. And I think I would choose Sandia every time over Los Alamos just because of the people and the culture. So yeah, it was very different.
Was there ever like a moment in time where you're like, oh shit, culture shock, you know what I mean?
Oh, immediately, as soon as I got there, bro, they were like, "Oh, you're the best of the best. You're here, top 1%, and we're gonna expect perfection out of you." And that was like every day. It was every day. You couldn't let your foot off the gas. If you did, you were like, "Oh, you must not be who we thought you were then."
Yeah.
And so just dealing with that pressure all the time kind of like drove me crazy. Just having to always rise to a fucking, what do you call it? Always having to rise to a level every day, even though on my worst days I was depressed. I was like drinking, and probably the worst mixture of all time is like having a fuck ton of money because I was making like $27 an hour there.
Damn.
Yeah, and just
You're actually just working there?
yeah, I was actually just working there, bro.
I thought
Just
that
dead
was
ass.
like,
No, it's internships, but they put your ass to work. Like a lot of that stuff I can't talk about because it's being in the process of being no, what's the it's not trademark. What is it?
Oppenheimer 2?
Patented. A lot of that stuff that they were doing was patented work. So even if I wanted to, I can't talk about it for like another 5 years, or if it like hits the public, because it's like a bunch of contractors coming with like 200 million fucking dollars, for example, build me a ray gun, and that's what they're gonna do, is take all that money and build a ray gun.
So you're talking about like some Elon Musk type shit?
Yeah.
Come on, popped in my mind, but so you're saying in 5 years you're gonna start seeing some of the stuff that
I can see crazy shit. It's a lot of shit that like, if you're an engineer or like you're a bio engineer, like you're working in battery work, it's a lot of stuff that has been in the public thoughts for a long while. It's just the specifics of like what those things are I can't talk about.
yeah. Damn. So did you ever see yourself in this getting this type of degree ever?
I mean, to be honest, not really, because at the time it was more so just me talking about how like, because I'm in an industry where you can get certifications or you can get your degree, and the easiest path looked like just getting my degree. And I say that now because if I had to go through certifications, it would still cost the same amount of money to just get my degree. So I was like, well, my degree is going to last longer, so I might as well just go get my degree. So I was talking to my older mentor slash brother Logan, and he was always telling me about like how education is like super important, kind of like to your point of like he's native too, so he's a civil engineer, but he was always talking to me about like, oh, why don't you just go back to college? Why didn't you think about it? Because he was always like, he's like, damn, like talking to you, you're like really fucking smart, and he's like, why don't you think about going to college? And I was like, well, I kind of dropped out of high school. I tried college, but like what I went to college for the first time was like film and animation, but I didn't last because I was just like, well, if I'm gonna just be doing this on my free will, because at the time I was running my own YouTube channels, I was like, well, fuck it, I'm just gonna drop out and do that. Ended up not doing any of that, by the way,
Yeah.
and just landed feet first into like an IT job at the casino, and through all that, he was just like, yeah, you could go get certifications, but he was like, that degree's gonna last longer. So it was a mixture of him and Grandpa Dan just being like, you should go back to college then. I'm like, damn, all right then. And then when he died, I think that was like the catalyst of like just sending me back to school. Because, I mean, I said it in the Facebook post a couple days ago. I was like, yeah, you're the whole reason I even got my degree. It was because I was like, I just wanted to do it for you. So now that it's done, I actually just want to do art and stuff and make short films. And I credit her for most of the courage that I have for like wanting to do art medias because she grew up doing theater.
Right.
And in that line of that stuff you have to be, get on stage and be brave and do your performances and all that. And I was like, well, if she could do it, I could do it.
Yeah.
And she's really good. She actually got an honors at what state?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Okay.
so she's goated. But yeah.
The OP.
Yeah. And so like just talking to her and just her giving me a bunch of tips and pointers, and I'm just like, yeah, I can do it. So like now I'm not as afraid as I was beforehand. But like, we used to do skits and stuff. Like, yeah, you did in skits and stuff, but like there was like a level of like professionalism I wanted to have to it.
Yeah.
So that if I ever did want to make my own movies one day, I wouldn't have an issue with it.
You wouldn't just be in the basement with the Polaroid and.
Yeah. Not the Dahmer glasses. And just
Yeah.
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 So there's a lot of that going on because like my brother Grant, he just got like his editing software back from a couple of old laptops I gave him because his laptops broke down on him. So I just told him to take this USB stick and put his hard drives in it, and then he can get his stuff back. Now he's starting to edit again, and we're talking about making a short film, and that would be cool. And like, so I guess what I was just trying to say was like, yeah, I got my degree and everything. I did what I was supposed to for other people. Now what I'm doing now is for me.
Yeah, you reached that point where you're like, all right, I did this,
Yeah,
and then that's one of the bucket lists,
yeah,
and then but now it's crazy because that journey kind of started here with Grandpa,
yeah.
and then
Now it's here back in the area of Grandpa. Yeah,
yeah, right. Dang, it's crazy where life takes you,
yeah. I was thinking about that too. I was like, man. I also thought about how like me and you were talking about joining the military for a long time. I thought about that the other day. I was like, that's a topic because
Yeah.
we wanted to do everything together. And then I moved to fucking buttfuck South Dakota, and then met a bunch of friends there. And now I'm just
Like-minded fools.
yeah, like minded motherfuckers. And then you were doing largely the same thing here with our cousins, like being their main little leader and doing the Wild Boy stuff.
Yeah,
And I was like, bro, if you put that shit on YouTube, you would have killed it.
that's what I was one of my regrets is that she just. I had the fear though back then. I had the fear of
Being perceived.
and
Yeah.
cringe and all that. But I watched some of our old videos, man, and they're funny, man. And they were just living our life on the res. You know what I mean? The bros, the cousins, like me and you.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was doing up there. It was like just go and have fun, thankfully I had a bunch of friends who were like, "Oh fuck, let's upload it. It's gonna be funny. People are gonna love it." And we had like largely a cult following back there because like I look back at our YouTube videos now, we're still at like 400, 500 views, and there are still people commenting like, "Oh, I miss these guys. They should come back." And I was like, "Damn." I wish a lot of my old friend group would still talk to each other because we all kind of like disbanded. You know, one had a couple of kids, one's married with a kid, and the other has like a bunch of kids now. He's not married, and then it's just me and Grant out of that original five. Who I have a kid, and Grant doesn't have any kids, but like it's just me and Grant now. So
Yeah, imagine if you guys kept going. Because
literally,
I remember that, like, Escargot,
mm-hmm.
all the films you guys are doing.
That was the mother. Yeah, that was the fucking group, man.
Yeah, and, like, it seemed like you guys were, like, how it looked from my perspective was, like, it seemed like you just a bunch of bros, and it seemed like you guys had your own house or something.
Oh yeah, Johnny's guest house, bro.
Yeah.
We just held out in his guest house, bro. That was fun. We still talk about it to this day. Just laying up in his room like some sardines, and everyone just fighting over blankets and pillows, and fighting over like floor space to sleep on. And I think about that now, and it's like, damn, my back kind of hurts just thinking about it. Like sleeping on the floor with the boys. Like,
Yeah, you kind of appreciate those times too, right?
yeah, I miss those times.
Those, like, it's like a lot of people say, oh, it's about, the destination, but the journey is very important. I feel, because that's when you meet a lot of people, a lot of memories are made. It's good to have goals and destinations, but a lot of times you have to look around and be like, okay, I'm actually living. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I mean, me and this one were kind of going through something when I was in Chicago, but like when I was in Chicago, I was still enjoying the skyscrapers. I was still looking at the like largely the Great Lake that we were by and just enjoying the waves. And I was like, damn, it's peaceful as fuck here.
In Chicago?
Yeah, in Chicago, dude. It was pretty fun. I kept making jokes on my Snapchat. I was like, oh, this is where fucking Megatron killed fucking Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, this is where Bumblebee like put a shiesty on. And
Yeah.
yeah, it was pretty fun.
Damn.
Kind of like, yeah.
It seems like, when was that? Like,
Just
this year?
last spring?
Last spring?
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, I finally got to start traveling last year, just, said fuck it and hit the road with the other drum group I used to sing with, and I got to I see a lot of new things, and after that, one of the things I learned was I was too comfortable with my life, I always wanted comfort, I wanted a place my own place to sleep, my own place to go and retire every night, but with them, it was just like the camaraderie, we also had our own house. It was just the main five in the drum group at the time, and I was like the oldest one,
Yeah.
and the rest of them were younger, and they're all Lakota, yeah, so they're all kind of wild,
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I would say the wild Lakotas, but yeah, traveling, we had a big white van. It was a church van.
Mm-hmm.
We used that for most of the trips, and me, I don't really trust anybody else driving but myself, so I drove basically the whole summer, and 13-hour trips like nothing, I was used to it, and then it's pretty wild, and my room, I wanted my own privacy because I was just a guy on the couch, but and all those guys, they wake up early and they go to bed late. I don't know how they do it, but so I wanted my own room, so we were staying in this 2-story house, and then one of the singers' grandma's house, I believe. But the downstairs was all like furnished and fixed up, but the top was just no power and holes in the wall, no windows basically.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted my own room, so they brought a bed up there, a mattress, and they put it on the floor, and I had my own blankets, and I didn't have no power, no curtains for the window. The window was all busted out. There was a hole through the ceiling. They had squirrels and raccoons coming through every once in a while.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and they had black squirrels too. I never saw that before.
What the hell?
Black squirrels, yeah. And then so I was like, looking back on it now, I was like, damn, that was kind of fun,
Mm-hmm.
It was just it was just me, And now I'm at a place where I have structure again, and I'm back in my comfort zone, which is good. I wanted it. Last year I traveled a lot. I was staying in West Texas a lot, working, and just on my grind, health grind. It was I was, you know, reading a lot, just in my own zone, and it was pretty good. It was pretty fun. But after a while, I was like, dang, I want, I'm ready for the next chapter, and I kind of ended that chapter when I moved back here, and I think in April. But I'm still out there traveling with my drum group, Little Brave. If I don't know if many of you guys know, but I'm the lead singer of Little Brave. I know you know, but
For the viewers who
for the
don't
viewer-
know,
for the viewers,
listeners, yeah.
But I just realized this is gonna be like a little bit of my following and your following as well combined.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I know you shouted out that one video, and by the time I got to that video, you guys were damn near 100,
Yeah.
or like 50, 70, yeah.
Yeah, and it's just fun to make them. I don't edit them. I kind of give a little bit direction, a little bit of tweaks here and there.
Yeah.
But that's the videos are not edited by me, or they're the clips. I have clips of my own. But speaking is one of the things I never really wanted to do. But as a lead singer, I have to speak for my drum, and which I don't mind. But I kind of started learning from that,
Mm-hmm.
and being somewhat of a leader to my, all the little brothers, all the little cousins and stuff. So that kind of helped me with my journey of being a lead singer, which is not easy all the time, but it's fun. I enjoy it,
Mm-hmm.
And a little backstory: the only reason why I became appointed the lead singer of Little Brave is because I was the oldest one, and
Yeah.
I was the only one with a license and who could drive. So they just
By
like,
just
oh,
happenstance, yeah.
yeah, they're just like, oh, okay, so it's you. I was all right. But yeah, I used to fund our trips with my full-time job. I was aluminum working,
Yeah.
and I would just put everything that I made into singing, traveling, paying my singers. It's not about the money, of course, but it does help.
No, I think that's the thing where I'll be like, bro, everyone wants to be like, oh, it's not about the money or it's not this, but like ultimately and unfortunately, money is how you survive as an artist. Like, when it comes to you doing like public engagements, don't be afraid to do it like a little bit more than what you're used to asking, because that little bit of more is going to be the thing that like helps you get to the next public speaking or gets you home. Because the one thing about hand games that I learned was that motherfuckers will travel 6 plus 8 hours just to come try and get their gas money to ride back.
Right.
And they treat that shit so seriously. So when we beat everybody, bro, the faces I saw was just utter defeat, and I was like, damn. So like, yeah, dude, and that's how I look at drum groups going and competing, and that's why I see that. I heard that like, I want to go back again and try it, just to see if we win. But like,
Right.
it's your gas money, it's your hotel stay, it's your food, it's your your car care, your rent, your fucking utilities. It's like, don't be afraid to be looked at as non-humble, because the most humble thing is realizing you need help,
Right.
and that's that help that you could get.
Yeah, and then for a long time, it took me it took me a while to understand that. I was always like, oh, what's fine. Sometimes, well, every time when we ask to be somewhere, Little Brave, ask, we don't ask how much or what do we get. We ask, what time and where.
Yeah.
But sometimes, man, it's it it we don't really come out with we come out with a good feeling. We share music. But sometimes, like you said, the gas money, it's the stays, it's all that, and some singers do depend on getting paid, no matter what it is. Obviously we're not gonna get rich from singing.
No.
We're rich in life, I guess, and it sounds kind of.
It sounds mystical to say that, but it's like
Yeah.
it's the fulfillment of doing the thing you love.
Right. And so it took me a while to understand that, and nowadays, I've kind of got that pull to ask, okay, well, we need this, we do need this. This is essential. We need this amount so we can get back home,
Mhm.
and basically break even. But some places, it's always different everywhere you go. There's small gigs here, big gigs over there. We're always traveling, and traveling with the group. We have the gas money, cars, all of that. So it's kind of a lot to manage because like I said, I'm still the oldest, and the boys still look to me for advice or direction, and I have to have that balanced mind to do what's best for us.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We had a good season this year, and I mean you were talking about earlier the Fort Duchesne powwow,
Yeah.
and it was a good powwow. We traveled there. I think it was Little Bear's third time competing there. I've been there many times, like for dancing. But like I said, it's a good powwow. We tried it 3 times, but we're good. We're gonna go somewhere else next year. We don't have no bad feelings towards that powwow or that committee. Yeah, just are we gonna go to the next thing now?
Yeah.
But it was fun. There is a vlog that came from that powwow, so it's on YouTube.
Nice.
Yeah. But
I think that's the thing I told Benno when he was asking me about doing the vlog. And I was like, well, think about it. Like, if you were like on the outside looking in, what would you would want? Like, that's the essence of being a viewer or a fan of someone, is you just want the nuance of their life, like how, oh well, they just want to watch you travel, they want to see you eat at gas stations, they want to see you bullshitting at gas stations, they want to see you bullshitting on the road, they want to see you what you're doing when you're not singing.
Yeah.
So like I was just like, you're basically just giving, I was like, just focus on the stuff that like you don't see, the singing or whatever. You put the singing in, but like do the stuff that like you would want to see. If you're like looking at Hollywood Undead, you want to see what their like writing process was, what their recording process is, or like the stuff that you don't normally get to see. And I was like, just give them that.
Right. That's a good idea. I didn't think about that. And that's what I kind of thought about the vlogs too. Or just I really didn't know what direction the first vlog came out, and we didn't plan on it, but it did good. And we're gonna do more vlogs in the future. Hopefully, get more collaborations. We're gonna start getting more media trained. Especially me too. I'm on social media, and then I'm not.
Yeah, no, I get it. No, I mean, that will come in time. The more you do vlogs, I mean, I could tell off the first 10 minutes I watched where you guys were talking, and you were like trying to segment into different parts of the video, and I was like, well, it's like he'll get better at that. Like,
Yeah.
You'll get better at like just being like, oh yeah, we're here at this powwow. Here's what we're doing. Here's what, you'll get better at that stuff. But like, I was really happy to see you guys upload, and I was like, fuck yeah, I was hyped as fuck for that.
Yeah. I mean, we want to stay consistent. We tried to vlog every other powwow we went to, but some powwows were like
Just not feeling it.
not feeling it. We're more busier than other powwows sometimes. But shout out to other powwow dudes out there who vlog their trips too. We're not the only drum out there who does powwow vlogs, and we're not the only natives out there who do powwow vlogs out there. But we're doing our own thing, and I know it's basically for the original idea was for the people back home. Just like to see us out there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, representing our people. But other than that, we're definitely gonna start putting more work into our vlogs and kind of give more of a better watch. Clean it up a little bit, but
Yeah.
But the escargot,
Yeah, we were 15, 16 years old doing VFX on our own shit. Like, that was... I take pride in that, because we didn't have any training, bro. Like, we were just putting it out there, largely for, like how you said, just people in our own town to watch and have fun with. And I remember our very first, like, viral video in the hometown was this one called Call of Escargot.
Yeah.
It's where we just put gun effects on us shooting each other and killing each other, and at the end I blow everybody up.
that was my my first video I watched. I was like, damn,
Yeah, bro.
how'd they even do that shit?
Bro, we were fucking, just YouTube tutorial hell, man, just trying to figure it out. And then we didn't have a a graphics card to like render any of those clips. So like it was just straight CPU and RAM usage, and hit export on the video, and it would take like, I think Grant said our videos would do like on average 5 or 6 hours in render,
Damn.
as opposed to now where you have a graphics card in your laptop, you can render a video in like 10 minutes.
Damn. I feel like I heard one thing too. If you shoot in HD, it takes longer.
Yeah, no, that's why like even in 720p, that's why our render times would take so long. And now that I have a fucking crazy ass computer at home, I can just shoot through videos in no time now.
We gotta bring Granimus Prime on.
Dude, we do have to get Grantus Prime on the podcast. That would be pretty funny.
I never met him, but
You never
but
met
through
him,
you,
yeah.
but through you,
You guys have been in the same room a dozen times and never met each other because Grandpa's funeral, he was there.
Yeah.
There were some powwows where you guys were probably at the same place because he was helping them at the Grandpa's memorial and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
So like you guys have like been in the orbit, just never collided, and that's pretty funny. It's like my
Yeah.
crossover episode, like how you said with Jen and them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's gonna be my turtles and my Power Rangers meet up.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always saw. I mean, I know of him. He sounds like a swell guy, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's pretty cool. It's just when he's like me when he's drinking, bro. We're just demons.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of glad I stopped drinking. And I don't really shame nobody who still does, but for me, I'm just a menace, man. I go too hard. There's
You just go
obviously
too hard in the fucking paint.
there's no one or two. You know, it's either drink hard or don't drink at all. And then
That's what I told this one. I was like, fuck, it's kind of hard for me to stop when I keep going. Because, like, she saw me, like, start and be like, oh, I'm just going to have one or two. And then, like, hours later, I'm just like, she's wrangling me to bed. And I'm, like, trying to push her away from me. And I'm, like, still trying to keep going hard in the
Yeah.
paint. Yeah.
I know how that is, man. And it's just in our blood. I feel, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I heard about Grandpa's drinking days. He told me how many days he would go. And I'm like, damn, just straight VODs.
Ah, man, I can't do VODs.
Bro, I looked at Smirnoff Ice the other day and I was like, ugh.
No, man. I mean, it's either I don't know. I was going hard whiskey for a while. I think my worst days were in 2023. And especially working up in Texas too. You know, different environment, and we just went hard for no reason. Shout out to my bros over there. But
Shout out to the boys, yeah.
yeah, we just went hard, and the days that we didn't have to drink, we did. You know, and I was kind of the main problem. I would tell them. My favorite quote is, "There's winners and there's quitters," and then the boys are like, "You're right." So we just keep going, you know.
Damn.
But I kind of switched over from the hard liquor to beer. You know, before I quit, right before 2024, I was at my heaviest, and then I was at a fucking 30-pack.
Damn.
Yeah, I was at a 30-pack, man. That shit was not fun. But you know, sometimes I'm like, oh, I just need one, but I'm lying to myself. I kind of know I'm a little bit older, but still, I'm not that much wiser, you know. But I do know that one will lead to many, many, many more. So
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time me and you. Well, yeah, we talked about that earlier, but the last time me and you drank together. You want to tell that story, or you want to tell what you remember?
Just what I remember. Like, I got off at Winter's house and we were listening to fucking country music all night, and I was just ripping J's and cigars at the same time together,
Yeah.
like a goddamn boss. All of a sudden,
For no reason, on
for no reason, too,
on a
bro.
random
Just
like Thursday
unprompted.
or something.
Just unprompted, bro. Just fucking going stupid.
Yeah, I remember you pulled up and were like, I think we're already 2 hours in, just chilling with the boys, and you pulled up and I was like, all right, I'm getting blanked out tonight.
Yeah, like, alright, fuck it.
And I kind of didn't though. I think I just lasted enough to when we ran out. I was like, all right, party's over. So then dropped off the boys. We had a full car. I think we were all in my Tahoe, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we just packed the boys in my famous Tahoe. Yeah, I dropped off all the boys. You're passed out in the back seat, directly right behind me. I was taking you back up to E-Town, And then I remember I was blasting my music. And I was like, man, it's kind of quiet back there. Because I heard you kind of snoring. That's all right, he's alive. But getting closer to, I don't know if it was, I think it was E-Town. I want to say Fort Wasky, but I don't know why. But anyways, I remember pulling over and I turned on like the dome light, and I saw you. You're just like, you look like Little Peep when he died, man.
Yeah, not Little Peep.
Yeah,
Not
you-
slumped over.
Yeah, you're slumped over, and I was like, damn. So I turned around and I went over there and shook you kind of hard, and you didn't move. You're lifeless, man. I was like, oh shit. So I kind of slapped you, and I called your name out. And then you're like, what? And I was, oh,
He's alive.
he's alive. But my heart kind of like, you know,
Stop for a second.
yeah.
Okay.
And then once you like showed life, I was like, all right. I'm just gonna drop this fool off. He can die at his house.
That sounds crazy. Bro, I think I hung over that day too. Yeah,
Yeah, I think you left your Xbox hat in my car too.
I did, and then I finally got it back, and then I lost it again like years later.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was like, he has his lucky hat on, so you know.
Yeah, dude, I love that hat. I miss it so much. That was like my identity for like 2 years.
It was. I still remember that hat.
Yeah, she remembers that hat. She was stalking my Instagram, and she was like, "Yeah, I saw that hat a dozen times." And I was like, "I knew it."
A dozen times.
A dozen times.
Who's this follower?
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, we weren't talking at the time, so she was doing a lot of stalking.
So you guys knew each other for a minute or
Yeah,
not?
for a long time, dude. Like when I think we met when we were like 15, 16. Yeah. So we were like middle school.
So who's older?
She is. About like a year.
Oh, okay.
6 months. 6 months.
And you're older than me by like a year.
Yeah, just
I forgot about that.
sunny boy.
Neff.
Neff.
Fuck.
Son.
Son.
Bro, the fact that he fucking did that to his face is crazy, dude. But yeah, no, we met when we were kids, pretty much. Didn't really date or anything,
Or anything.
because she was dating a friend of mine at the time, and I was like head over heels for a mutual that we don't say the name of, because it's Voldemort in this house.
Oh, damn.
And then,
Is that some tea we're talking about here?
yeah, that's fucking messy tea, the whole thing. And
Damn.
then she goes to a college up the road from me, and still nothing. Could I tell him? Just about like how I tried to like basically like slide in your DMs. And then her friend told me that she was a lesbian and that they were dating and to leave her alone. So I was like, okay, well, fuck it.
Damn.
I'm not gonna fuck around with this anymore. So, for
So-
like, what, 4 years? 4 years, I just no messages whatsoever.
So you believe that she was a lesbian?
No, I knew she just didn't want to talk to me. So I was like, all right, whatever.
Oh, it's one of those things, huh?
Yeah, it's like one of those things you just don't press anymore. Because I think before that point, I was already like trying to like inch further into like trying to date her. But
I
yeah,
want to say, I want to say that you grew up here, but you didn't really grow up here. You grew up here and you grew up there.
yeah. But I was also moving back and forth.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
So it seemed like you were here, but it seemed like you were up there for a minute. So.
Yeah,
Which you were.
yeah. And then like, one day I'm in Laramie, and then well, we're still Facebook friends at the time. I never unfriended her or anything. Just kind of just didn't talk to her. And then I hit her up, and then we stayed on the phone for like 11 hours that night.
Damn, 11 hours?
Yeah, because I was playing Call of Duty Cold War at the time.
11 hours? My minutes would have ran out, man.
Bro, I was a Wi-Fi warrior.
Oh, yeah. So you guys are doing those kind of type of calls back then? Or,
As friends. She's in denial for like 3
Oh.
years after that.
oh, damn.
Like 4 years actually. So for 4 years we're just talking and texting every day and just best friends. And I was, I'm already like feeling for her, but she was just like, oh, he's a really good friend for like 4 years. And then finally she's like, oh shit.
No, I was slow.
Yeah, no, she's slow as fuck.
She took her time. She, like,
Literally took her fucking sweet ass time.
she was on the Indian time, you know?
Yeah, she was. Yeah, I could ask her questions. Just
Yeah, she's just my favorite person, but we're just friends.
yeah, we're just friends.
Wait, are you guys cousins?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No.
One of the biggest things that people got worried about, especially
Yeah.
around here.
Yeah, that's what I told her. I was like, I didn't date people on Res. I dated people who went to Riverton.
Yeah.
Yeah, white girls. The one brown white girl that we both know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah.
remember that. But damn. So, I know we knew each other for a while. What tribes are you, anyways?
Tribes that we are, like me and her. Or?
What tribes are you? What are y'all?
She's from Oglala. Oglala Sioux.
And then
Tribe?
aren't you Hunk Papa or something like that? Or
Yeah,
is
in
that-
Papa Lakota, yeah.
I think I'm Lakota Sioux and Rapo and some other stuff that I'll mention.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I am Cheyenne because of my dad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cousin.
Cousin. But yeah,
So you,
we don't talk about the Montana thing.
oh yeah.
Love my daughter, though.
Yeah. So you just weren't feeling Gabe the first 4 years?
You can say that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It takes a while a year or two to warm up to him, I think.
Yeah, because apparently when I was younger, I was trying to kill people.
Oh yeah.
Because my sister Shay told her that I tried to push her down a flight of stairs.
Tried.
Tried? She survived. She's alive.
Bro, you used to do like you were extra when growing up. I remember, like everything we were doing, like playing or just being wild. You had like you were doing emotes and shit before emotes was a thing.
Bro, I was horror farming before horror farming was a thing. Because I told her we'd go out to the hills in the middle of the night and just play BB Gun Wars.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I remember a time. Well, Benno's favorite story that he likes to tell is when you were chasing after our older cousin, and you stopped and you fucking beat your chest like King Kong. And you fucking took after him again.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Yeah. So.
Hit the channel of power, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Has to go somewhere.
Somewhere. Yeah, man. Like growing up, you used to say some wild shit, man. Like I remember one time you asked me when we're moving out of the house, so you guys can move into the house.
Oh, dude, my favorite all-time story is the one you think of the most too. I know for a fact because I came up and I borrowed some games,
Yeah.
and you were still fucking hurting. You just went through surgery and you just had a cast on your leg,
Yeah, tore an ACL.
tore an ACL. That's another story I love telling too because me and you didn't play that game when they got fucking 200 ball.
Yeah.
We
I'm
just
glad
had-
we weren't playing.
Yeah, but they still called your name when Matthew was injured.
Yeah, I was out with the injury, so our cousin Matt, the brother Matt, he had my jersey because he joined football late,
Yeah,
and he got a sack.
yeah.
Like, oh, and I remember they announced on the intercom or something. They were like, "Oh, good sack by number 24, Charlotte Bell."
And I
everybody-
looked over and I was like, what?
I had my crutches like, yeah, still on the board, boys.
Let's go.
Oh man, this is like your famous quote too. Remember, you're like, "Let's go, boys." You know, the game that after I tore my ACL. I remember you telling the boys, you're like, "All right,
Shiloh?
let's do it for Charlie. He busted ass for us. Let's bust ass for him," and got fucking 80-0 real quick.
Bro, I got injured in practice, so I never got to play that game either.
Damn.
But it was, yeah. Oh, fuck, that's so dumb. But yeah, no, back to the story of like me coming to your house, and I was like, bro, I don't know what came over me, but I just saw the opportunity of a lifetime. I was like, you know what, he's sleeping, so fuck it, went over and hit you hard as fuck in the nuts, and I just ran out laughing, bro. I couldn't stop laughing all the way to my house, dude. I was dead as fuck.
Bro, you used to walk to my house at night in the fucking pitch black. You used to walk to my house. But I remember that though. It was one of those badass naps after work, after
After
school,
school, yeah.
and then like I was like got on my, I changed my changed the trunks, and I was like watching TV, passed out on the couch, and then I remember you said you were gonna come by, so I
Yeah.
kind of waited around for you, and then I passed out, and then all of a sudden I just remember feeling a big pain on me. I was like, oh fuck. And I look up.
The last thing you saw was me running out.
You were fucking running and laughing. You made sure I fucking saw you laughing. And then you took off. And I couldn't like get up and chase you because I was fucking fresh on crutches and I had that big cast on my leg.
Fucking hit and run. It's
Yeah.
one of my favorite ones.
Yeah,
Oh fuck,
and me, I'm the type of person to get revenge. I was waiting for my time.
bro. That you waited for a long time because I think you got me back in school.
No, I remember I got you back when we joined the gym.
You joined gym
It
yet?
was a 24-hour gym, and we went to the gym. And then
Yeah,
me and
that's
you were
true.
repping on the bench, and then you were about to rep, and I saw him. I was like, "Oh, I got this motherfucker." So it
I
was a
just
bad
like,
time. It was a bad time, but he had his hands full, so I went over and boom, got my revenge.
I was
So
like, oh fuck.
yeah, so I got my revenge, but your story is still like not many people would do that to me. You know,
No.
none of the little bros, but especially but you since you're just the big bro, so fuck it. Bro, I was so mad though. I was so mad.
I think it's just a mixture of like me and you were just like at that time we were playing basketball together, we played football together, we were doing everything together, we were going to fucking the gym together, we were doing all that shit together, and we were like playing games together, like picking up Betna and college football all the time,
All the time.
and then like playing like
College basketball.
college basketball together, having fun. Like it was just like a level of comfort I rarely have ever had with any of our cousins.
Yeah.
So it's just like how me, you, were just always cool, and I was just like, fuck it, no better way to treat my brother. Bink, and then just
Yeah.
hauled ass.
Yeah. That's I knew you loved me.
And that's
But-
that's the thing that Baby Doll was always telling me. He's like, yeah, you and Shiloh are fucking assholes, and I was like, yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, we were. Oh man, I pride in that. You know,
Mhm.
they still remember that. They were always the little bros. You know,
Yeah,
and they respected it. You know.
yeah. We're always badass dickheads.
Yeah.
We were dickheads with ethics.
We'd make, once we got a car, we're like, damn, these guys gotta walk now. We gotta ride, but they gotta walk.
Oh, you gotta ride the bus?
Damn, you gotta ride the bus? That sucks, man.
It's fucked.
Damn, I remember that though. We basically kind of like, had a big map, on left hand. We basically
Yeah.
we walked everywhere there. We had our own group of res dogs with us. Oh, one thing I do want to talk about. I don't know if how you guys feel about it, but the little people.
The little people? Do you have little people where you're from?
They like to steal my lighters.
Okay.
Yeah, so she has little people. So you seen them before? Damn. Yeah.
Bro, left hand is fucking. There's a village somewhere in that.
Yeah,
area.
somewhere. Yeah.
Somewhere, yeah.
I feel like they migrate every spring and fall.
That'd be wild.
Yeah, and a lot of people I don't know. A lot of people nowadays they know about them, but it seemed like growing up it was just it seemed like a family thing,
Mm-hmm.
like one of the things that our grandmas, our grandpas would tell us, don't go
Pretty
outside,
isolated to us at little left hand, yeah.
and we were just normal to us,
Yep.
But I saw a few growing up, man, and I never want to see them again,
They're that scary.
Not really that scary, but just like, oh shit, you really are real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You ever see some?
Probably just shadows like running down by Grandpa's sweat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nothing like full app or like fully detailed ones. No, just like I just maybe saw like one or two like hauling ass around the field.
Bro, Bannon got the story about a little person too
Damn.
from Grandpa Sweat. So
yeah, that's where they hang out. Yeah.
yeah, after sweats every Wednesday.
Yep.
Yeah. So Ben was over there chilling with the Del Rey Jr. and then Andon was there. So then they were all like Grandpa's after the sweat eating, helping out Grandpa. I think they were anyways, probably not, but I remember Ben said Grandpa told me to go, go get that water or that spoon from the water bucket. Also the sweat. And I remember Grandpa had that lamp there.
Yeah.
With the extension cord all the way connected. So the lamp, you can just see the door of the sweat lodge, or the sweat anyways.
Yeah.
And then Ben is walking over, he sees that bucket, and he sees one little person run out of the sweat,
Holy fuck.
and then he it stops. You can see a little thing underneath the light.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, he said he stopped, and he couldn't move. He kind of froze.
Froze with, yeah.
And maybe fear, but then he said he saw the hair. He describes it as like curly, very matted, and his face he looked really old. Damn. And just little buckskin clothes, I think, and it said two little things to him in the language it spoke.
Yeah.
And even though the voice, it did sound like when our regular voices when it's toned down,
Mm.
very low and very high, like very low,
But like high pitched.
high pitched. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I said two things to him, and it ran off. And Ben, he said he was like shook for a week. He didn't want to go back over there
Damn.
because that's when we all walked, especially at night
Yeah.
when we weren't supposed to. But I remember that. I wish kind of like if I ever met one, I would want to give it, two things. I want to give it chicken Alfredo. Chicken Alfredo is the best, and I want to give it a shooter of like BV.
No.
And I stand by that. I still want to trade with him.
I don't think I'd want to be caught doing deals with them, man. Not me. Fuck that.
No.
No, because I heard they have like crazy ass medicine, bro. The shit that they put on Uncle Boos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know because a lot of people have. I heard some stories people have where they befriend them or befriend one,
Mm-hmm.
Which is crazy to think about.
That is.
I think it takes like a type of certain person to be to let them, for the other person to let them see them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I just what we grew up with, out here on the Wind River. Oh yeah, so how does it feel being back, anyways?
Oh. I ain't gonna lie. Most of the family's pretty much the same, but like also everyone's kind of doing their thing.
Yeah.
Like, just it feels nice to be around you guys again. Definitely, feels different now because now I have to find a job, which is okay, I guess. But like at the same time, just I don't know. I was kind of already thinking about like maybe going back to online school, but like for Colorado Boulder, just
Yeah.
because of the native tuition thing.
Yeah, I remember seeing something recently. You commented on Dave's post saying, "Let's go get a 4-year."
Yeah.
I
Oh,
was
because
like,
that was me
"Damn."
teasing him about like, oh yeah, well I have an actual degree, so let's go get a real one together. And he's like, fuck.
Yeah.
He's
Damn.
like, mine's real.
mine's
yeah.
mine's real.
Mine's real. But yeah, no, just it was awesome to sit around some family. There's a lot of new faces because like your girlfriend, my girlfriend, and his girlfriend, Ben, his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. Saw
Dell's,
that.
Baby Dell's son.
Baby Dell's son.
Then we both have a lot of new nieces and nephews.
Oh yeah, dude, I saw a couple niece and nephew yesterday. And I was like, damn, who the fuck these guys come from? And then my mom told me, and I was like, oh shit, I'm just related to everybody. I forgot.
Yeah, it's still the same here, but we just gotta try to make it better.
I think that's what I like about doing this podcast is like we'll have outlets now to channel like our deeper thoughts because I know you have a lot of intellectual things you like to talk about, but not to be some type of way, but a lot of our younger brothers are just not like that.
Yeah.
Like there's just not a lot of thought behind a lot of the shit that they do.
I feel like since they're younger brothers, they feel like they don't need to be like that, You think so?
Maybe, but it's also like I think there's a mix of like not arrogance, but I've been trying to like put my finger on it, but there's a lot of like influence from our uncles,
Right.
and
Yeah, actually.
yeah, and so they're like, well, I don't need to think, I just need to be like macho or a dickhead or like do man shit, and I'm just like, bro, there's that, but like there's also the part of it. If you are going to be a man and a leader, you also have to have like that emotional intelligence to do these things that your kids might need from you one day, or like, you know what I mean? Like, so
Yeah.
I see a lot of that, and I've just been trying to like piece it together in my head because not a lot, because then they struggle with processing their emotions, and I see it in my little brothers where they're like frustrated about something and they don't know how to handle it, and I'm like, well, what's going on? And they'll tell me. They won't get emotional about it, but they'll tell me what's going on in their head, and I'm like, okay, well, if you just journaled, or if you just maybe went for a walk, or
Learn how to process.
yeah, learn how to like process what you're going through and not take it out on other people, you'd be just fine.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, man. Like that's one thing that a lot of people lack, especially our family, our younger bros. You know, we talk about them a lot because we love them a lot. You know,
Yeah.
they helped made us. You know, who we are. But yeah, like certain resources that they don't know where to go. You know.
Oh, dude, that's the other thing too. Like them being resourceful. Like Dave's like, oh, well, where do I go for this? Where do I go for this? And I'm like, bro, I'm like, fuck, bro, you just go onto this website, you look for this thing, or like, you go to the IHS, you get this help, or you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Just a little bit of that guidance. You know.
yeah,
But yeah, man, like such a like resources also like journaling. You know, I do that too. You know,
bro, my fucking my journal app on my phone is just full of like poems and like shit that I was going through.
yeah, and you know, me and you are kind of like not really. They're not following our footsteps, but you know, they still see us. You know, doing our thing. We're not like they're role models. You know, in any way, but still they see us. You know, in our own journey. You know, which is cool. You know, journaling, breathing. You know, when I had bad anxiety, I had to like learn. I studied that, and you know, I never wanted to have a panic attack again.
Bro, those are the worst.
Yeah, and depression. You know, they feel alone. And I try to be there when I know they're not feeling 100. But
Yeah,
yeah, like depression. Like I remember, I was in a really bad depression in 2017. You know,
I was there.
yeah, and it was really it was a dark time. And you boys were down there at Grandpa's. I would go down there a lot after work. I just didn't want to be alone, you know, and just being around you guys without telling you guys. You know, we just
No, I
had
mean,
that
I
therapy.
kind of knew because the conversations we were having, I could pick up on it. Yeah,
Yeah, it was tough to me to speak out at the time, but I just kept. I was like, "There's got to be something. There's got to be something out there." And eventually, I found what I was looking for, and I was able to be my own therapist. You know, because I was so scared to tell somebody, you know, what was on my mind. You know,
yeah,
and I do remember Grandpa's words. One of the things he said before he left us was, "We're all at you know, I think the senior center down here, and we had a big family get together."
Oh, you mean the one I got called out on?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that one.
yeah. That was a good one. Yeah, and I remember that when they,
Bro, I never forgave anyone from that ever.
yeah,
Like, continue.
they kind of, you know, yeah, it was like a lot of airing out and you know a lot of misunderstanding. I feel, you know, what I mean, but one of the things that Grandpa was talking about, he mentioned, he said, when you're alone, you know, you feel sad, you feel depressed, you want to hurt yourself. Tell somebody, you know. You know, keeping that in isn't gonna keeping it in, you know, keeping that those feelings, emotions, thoughts, and it's not gonna help you. You have to just tell somebody, you know, no matter who it is, someone's gonna learn. No matter if they take who you tell, you know, if they take it into consideration or they actually hear you, but just telling somebody about it, you know. And I remember telling one bro, Winterhawk, one time. I told him, you know, of all people, I told him to pray for me, bro, and you know, so that's one thing. Our little brothers need us as much as we need them, you know. But
Yeah.
when I heard Grandpa say that, I was like, damn, he's right, you know.
You're like, yeah, some Yoda Miyagi shit right there.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was very much my Yoda, my Miyagi a lot.
And I never saw that side of him because every time I would be at the house with Grandpa,
He's
Yeah.
be bullshitting.
yeah, he's like be an asshole, talk about
yeah, bro.
Chiefs and Dolphins, and
Yeah.
you know, saying how weak we were,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, I mean, I always remember that, and I never got to see that side of him, like I said, which is pretty cool to see that, you know, sometime before he left us. But you know, since then, you know, I've come a long way mentally, and you know, still trying to. I think I'm still in my journey of, you know, my grandpas, or you know, moms. You know, when they tell you, you know, get your degree or go be a teacher, go. I'm still in that chase, you know.
Yeah.
And shout out to you for getting one of those achievements. You know,
Mhm.
you made it, and now you're gonna do something for yourself. And right now, I'm just really locked in on my drum group. You know, I love my singers. They probably never hear me say that, but you know, I appreciate all of them for their hard work, and they all love it. It's been like I do, you know.
Yeah. Well, that like that too. Like a lot of our feedback and um, our praise wasn't really actually praise. It was okay. You did what you're supposed to, or like
Yeah.
I remember like remember tried to praise, but like oh, it sounded like I could always be doing more.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I get what you mean. Um, Thanks. Honestly, the full weight of like actually just getting my 2 year degree hasn't really hit me yet. And everyone here's 2 year degree, and my older mentor brother Logan was like, he's like, hey, actually be proud of yourself because he was like, some people don't even get that, and I was like, damn, for real. And then they like really started to like hit me, and I was just like, yeah, I should be proud of myself because like in my head, even now, the real thing that I want to be proud of myself about, and it sounds backhanded, and she sees me do this all the time, is like break down my achievements to like lesser things. Because there was a couple competitions where I went and won, where I didn't feel like the competition was at a standard that I felt, and so that's kind of how I look at my 2 year degree. It was like, oh well, it's everyone who I was in class with got it, so well I need to go get my 4 year degree. So just trying to like be appreciative of the fact that I actually graduated school and be proud of myself, and trying not to sound too like arrogant about it. It's just like, yeah, I'm super happy, but it's also like a bit of like not guilt because it's like you tell me you're still in that chase, and I'm like, bro, if there's one thing I've learned over the past like 2 years, it's like definitely don't get. It's okay to like be in a mind space of like semi comparison, but at the same time, your journey is your journey, my journey is my journey, and success to me isn't even a degree. I was just like want to get to a point where the creative part of me wants that success, and it's always been that way. And she will tell you about all the times I told her I was like, I'd rather be doing this than this.
Right.
So don't get caught in that. You're right where you're supposed to be, and you're gonna get to where you're going because you believe in what you believe in, and the thing that you believe in will eventually take care of you. And that's the mindset you have to have to succeed in your area of art and music, because the humanities matter. And that's one thing I'll always preach, is that art and humanities will always matter because we'll always need music, and music is healing. And what you're doing all the time is healing, although you're competing with it, you're still healing people.
Yeah. That's one of the things we pride ourselves. We sing to heal.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the gifts that we're fortunate to have, is to heal. Whoever we pray to heal. We sing to heal. But yeah, man. It just it's weird that we get to see, talk about this at this point. But that's important though. Your bro Logan, he's your bro mentor.
He's my bro mentor. I met him at Gear Up, the same place I met her, but like he was a what do they call them, RAs? Yeah, he was an RA when I met him.
So he's like a dorm staff or something.
Yeah, at the dorm staff for the summer camp.
So yeah, Gear Up was like your upper bound, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you kind of like had more fun with Gear Up.
Bro, Gear Up was just like a nice ass summer camp where you had to suffer through the day classes, but at the end of the night you could go to like a movie theater, or he'd take us to the ice rink, or we'd go somewhere and just go to the mall, or go to Walmart runs, or fucking at the end of the camp we'd all go to like either Minneapolis or Denver. I just went to the Denver trip one time, that was it. And then all the other times I just left because I was like, fuck, I hate these people. And I was like, I just want to go home. But
I wanted to say, you need that though. What he
Mhm.
said? He said you should be proud of yourself, because I feel like it's kind of like generational trauma.
dude, yeah, because there's an uncle of ours who's he's not even an uncle. He's divorced from my aunt now. But I remember one time he compared me to a cousin of ours who was going to like an Ivy League, and I was going to a different university at the time. And he's like, "Look at where you're going and where she is."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Damn!" I was like, "Well, fuck you. You just went to tribes."
Yeah.
But like, I realized that like once I heard about the things that he got from tribes versus what I got, and I was like, well, not to be that guy, but I actually got like a real degree instead of a certificate, and he doesn't even use it. So
Yeah. So fuck him.
Yeah, so fuck that guy. But like that too is like a lot of our uncles are gonna be like see this and be like, oh, so you just think you're smarter than me for this? And our cousin Rashawn has told me about this offhandedly about family members feeling some type of way because of the way I talk and the way I make them feel. And I was like, I only talk about what I know about, and I just happen to be disgustingly educated, and I don't mean to make them feel dumb.
Yeah.
And it's never that intention, but like that's the way they took it. And now it's like I was half prepared to just come home and just hear it, like, oh, so you got your degree, you think you're better than us?
Yeah,
now?
you're
And
gonna be
I'm
the
like,
guy like, oh, you got Mr. College degree over here.
yeah, Mr. College degree, bro. I'm waiting for it, dude. I'm waiting for it. I'm gonna be like, yeah, I am.
Yeah,
Because
man.
a cousin, well, my sister Tylene, I'll blur that name out. She's like, oh, Gabriel thinks he's smarter than me, and I was like, I don't think that. I was like, I know that. Bro, I have to meet them where they are because I don't know. At this point, I can talk my shit because I have a piece of paper that says I know what I'm talking about. So
Yeah, respect. Yeah, I feel like our generation kind of always had that. You know, it's like looking for that approval. I do good, waiting to hear that approval. Oh, good job, or you know, oh, I'm proud of you. You know, that praise from my family, which we don't get, and it's always like, you know, oh, you think you're better, you know.
damn, bro. Yeah, that's
So-
that's a lot of our family.
That's why I feel like it's like probably not just our family. It's probably like
A lot of this race.
yeah. It's like, oh, you went off to school, came back, now you're all big. But like, no, it's like you're doing your own thing. People feel threatened about it. Who cares? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
But that's real though, that generational trauma, and especially seeking that approval. And that's what I kind of learned is I'm never gonna get that approval from the people I want it from. So I'm just gonna do me.
Kind of to segue off that, a year ago or a year and a half ago when I had my daughter, I was sitting there thinking, I was like, damn, if I had a son, I would feel some type of way because a lot of the men in my life have never called me a man. And they've always either called me a boy or nephew. You know what I mean? Like, just never, like, because I've been 18, but I've never done the things that they did, like hunting and fishing and stuff. I know how to fish. But, like, hunting and stuff and, like, just doing the, like, hard labor jobs that they were doing or, like, the shit that they are.
Just like
Thing
they
that
had
they
to.
look at to approve of you. And, like, a year and a half ago, I just finally, like, had a breakdown about it to a therapist, and we just talked about it. And she's like, you know what? You decide who you're gonna be and who you will be from now on, and you're gonna be the only person who gives yourself this identity and this security. And once I did that, bro, like, no one's ever gonna be able to tell me I'm not a man ever again because
Yeah.
you give yourself your own manhood.
That's a real
After
thing,
you
though.
found it.
Yeah, that's a real thing, man.
'Cause
Especially
you're
getting
not gonna-
getting compared to what they're doing or what they did. I'm like,
Yeah. And
bro, that's
when
your
you really-
journey, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And then you stack it up, and then you're like, okay, well, if you want to play that game, and we stack our shit up, here you are, and here I've been since I was like 16.
Yeah. On the
And-
ground, and then they kind of feel like threatened about it, you know?
Yeah, for real. And it's just like none of that has to exist, bro. I'm just here to eat at the family dinner, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just here to get some plates, dog. Like, it's
Trying to
not
get some
that
bounty,
serious.
man.
Yeah.
Shit.
Like, I don't know why this like lateral competition has to happen. And
It's like I don't know. They try to be like initiation to the manhood, but shit, like, and they put that on our heads too, you know, that we need to do these hard labor jobs, you know.
or like join the Marines or something. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
do
bro,
something hardcore, but in their eyes, you know, but in, you know, I don't know. It's like, bro, we're living our lives, you know, and
Yeah.
and there was a point in my life where I was like, I don't feel like a man,
Exactly.
but it's like we're basing that off of their standards, you know.
Mhm.
And once I realized that, I was like, oh fuck them, I'm doing me, and then I
Right.
started making myself happy, buying my own shit, and you know, going where I wanted to go.
Yeah, and then I was like, yeah, I worked at 2 national labs. I've been like hella competitions. I've like top 3 to everything I've ever competed in. Like, it's like, damn, I was like, it's like, fuck, I could work for NASA one day if I really wanted to.
Yeah,
Yeah, and That's kind of the thing I had to go through with David, because Dave was going through that little semi manhood thing where we were talking about like how he doesn't feel like one, and like I was like, because our dad is kind of very big on that, and just being a man. And I told Dave, I was like, fuck, if you're looking for that same approval I've been chasing since I was 12, you're never gonna get it. I don't care how many things you accomplish at their standard, they're never gonna give it to you.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing that like I hope he recognizes today, that me and you will also recognize now. So like, bro, these guys aren't gonna give that shit to us, no
Never.
matter how fucking successful we are, like what we do.
Yeah.
Because when Grandpa died, and I was working at the casino making 22 an hour, and I was taking care of my mom and Grandpa at the same time by myself, financially speaking, keeping the lights on, paying the bills and stuff. And when he died, that didn't help. But like, he's kind of like an older prominent figure. He kind of lives like where you guys. Here's your house. He lives over here.
Yeah.
And he came up to me. He's like, "You have to take care of your mom now." And I was like, and Andrew kind of like backed me up. He's like, "Bro, haven't?" He's like, I don't know what was his exact words, but he was like, "Bro," he's like, "You dead ass just been doing it this past like couple of years." And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, that's where I kind of felt kind of backhanded about it. I was like, I think that's when that started to like snowball into like me, like, okay, well, I'm giving my own self these things, you know?
Yeah, it's like that toxic masculinity, you know,
Mhm.
because they don't see you out here puffing your chest up, you know. I'll make all the rules, I'll make all the money, you know. But you were just doing your thing, you know. You were working, paying the bills, you know, doing what you're supposed to, and to their standards, they didn't see that.
No.
They didn't see you out here, you know, trying to boss up on people, trying to throw your weight around, you know. In their eyes, that's what they have to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's just like a older generation thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because
They definitely have some experience, but their lives are so much different than ours. You know?
and to just kind of give you an idea, like when I was at college, I kind of learned what leadership actually is, and it's definitely not that. And the thing I kind of realized too about listening to my dad talk to me these past couple like years is like, me and you are actually charismatic as fuck. We don't have to demand people's attention. People just gravitate towards us
Yeah.
because we give them comfort, like actual comfort. We give them actual security, and they have to like you said, fucking perform for that. Like me and you just have it automatically. Like,
Yeah.
and I think that yeah, like you said, that threatens them because like me and you like we're always destined for greatness, and I see that in you, in probably the same way you see it in me. It's like on our own journeys, like you,
Yeah.
yeah. So I agree with you.
And we're not trying to compete with nobody.
Fuck no, dude. Yeah.
And they think, you know, I've been in many situations where people thought I was in competition with them, or people thought I was beefing with them. But like, no, I'm in my own lane, man, and that's important. Sometimes people don't realize they're they're doing too much, you know, and it just makes them seem or it just gives off the insecure feeling, the vibe, you know.
Yeah.
And that's all it is, man. But it's still going on. Hopefully, little bros kind of, you know, eventually they'll find that out on their own, you know.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be a while though.
Yeah. But I don't know. That's a real thing. We have to, you know, be like the native influencers, and we have to break the cycle.
Yeah.
But I see you're sipping on is that Coke Zero?
Yeah. Love Coke Zero, dude. Can't go without it.
Yeah, I was bad on energy drinks, you know, after I quit drinking. But I just went too much, you know. And eventually they stopped working, and then they were making me tired, and then
Your tolerance was too high.
yeah.
Goddamn.
So I quit, and then I knew all the effects were gonna, you know, the after effects, the headaches, the sleepless nights. But then I realized, man, I have, you know, after a while, you know, I was kind of I realized how much natural energy that I have, you know, and then my sleep got better, and now I'm just I have like a addictive personality. So my next thing is Zins. You know, I'm on a year now, but I've kind of upped my milligrams to 15.
Now, is it just the nicotine or what is it?
Yeah, just the nicotine.
Oh, okay. That's this
Uh,
one.
Yeah, Zins are pretty good, but this is a brand I found out in Texas. It's free, or FRE, and they're pretty good.
Nice.
I just feel like I got to a point where, all right, I'm not drinking, I don't smoke, I quit energy drinks and all that. I need to be on something, and now I'm on, nicotine pouches and shit. It gets me through the day, man.
Fuck yeah. No, yeah, honestly, this is what I'm addicted to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of your dirty habits.
Yeah. But I take that over fucking hard drugs.
And water.
And hey, yeah, what's with everybody's fucking fuck you guys. No.
Always like, you should take one sip of water.
One sip of water, man.
Yeah. I get my water through that. There's H2O in there? No.
No, man. I used to be good on water, but I kind of fell off too. I drink water, but I was on 3 liters a day. But that's a lot of work, though. You know?
You use the restroom a lot?
Yeah, a
Yeah.
lot.
Speaking of restrooms, can I go to the restroom?
Yeah, we can do that real quick.
Alright.
Alright.
Yeah. So basically, we paused to use the restroom,
Yeah.
and we're gonna like start to wrap this up. And you, on the ride over, you had mentioned Jeffree Star, and I was just like, you know what? All right, let's get into that.
Yeah, so last week I picked up my nephew who's he's going to Sippy in Albuquerque, and he came back and his flight landed in Casper, Wyoming. So I went down there to the airport, picked him up. Right before he came out, I had my phone in my hand, and I asked him hey, what gate are you in? I looked over, and then there was 2 tall white guys talking to 2 chicks at the door, and one of those chicks were like wearing like a pink jumpsuit head to toe, and they had their hood on. And then I just saw like pink like shades covering their eyes. I was like, wait, is that fucking Jeffree Star? So Jeffree Star has he has a ranch out here. He moved out here over there in Casper, and he even has a store there.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been to that store with my girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's surprising because I just pulled up there. I took my time getting to the airport. It's 2 hours from here to Casper, and then so like I said, walk in the airport, and like I said, I saw that group of people talking. And I stood up and I was like, "Is that Jeffree Star?" And then he was talking to those 2 tall white guys, and he turned his head, and I saw him. I was like, "Oh, it is Jeffree Star."
Mm-hmm.
And then saw me. I had my phone in my hand still. So I just walked up to him and was like, "Hey, are you Jeffree Star?" And then one of those tall white guys, he put his arm between me and him, and he was like, "Not right now, sir." And then Jeffree Star looked at me, and he looked at my phone, and he said, "No." And he turned around, and he started walking.
Oh, what the
I was
fuck?
like, "Oh shit!" And then the lady that was with them, the other lady, she was like kind of genuine. She was like, "Oh, sorry, not right now," And then so I was like, "Okay." So I had to get a snap, so I just pulled my phone out. Well, it was already in my hand,
Mm-hmm.
And maybe he thought that I was gonna say, "Hey, are you Jeffree Star?" Put my phone in his face,
Yeah.
But it was in my hand because I was talking to my nephew,
Mm-hmm.
and then so they started walking, so I was like, "Oh shit!" So I pulled my Snapchat out, and I started filming him, walking away, and then I sent it to my girlfriend. I was like, "Hey, it's Jeffree Star,"
Mm-hmm.
And then I kind of like laughed a little bit. It's like, damn, he's fucking Jeffree Star. Just fucking.
Egoed the fuck out of you, by the way.
He's eating me out, man.
Yeah.
And I don't know what in his eyes what I look like. He's a big, tall native brown guy or something. But he did look at my phone and he looked at me and he said, "No," and he just fucking snapped me off hard as fuck, man.
Yeah.
And then after that, I did not want to be in Casper, in the same town as Jeffree Star.
So you got some one-sided beef with Jeffree Star.
Yeah, I fucking got faded. I got faded by Jeffree Star.
He got egoed by Jeffree Star. He's like, all right, fuck Casper.
Yeah, fuck Casper, fuck Jeffree Star. Not really fucking, but yeah. If he gave me a chance to talk to him, I was gonna say, bro, can I borrow 10 G's real quick? You know,
Yeah, can I borrow forever?
can I borrow forever?
Yeah, you can think about me in passing.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, I was,
I thought that was a lot more genuine, like, what do you call it, happier ending than what I got. I was like,
Yeah.
damn, you fucking egoed you so hard.
Yeah, I just tell people, yeah, I met Jeffree Star, but then it sounds good, but how it really went down is like, fuck, just got faded by Jeffree Star, and yeah, shout out to Jeffree Star though, man.
Bro, I feel like you had a much better experience with John Cena, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I've been a longtime fan of the WWE, and of course, John Cena and The Rock, my top two. I never got to see The Rock in person,
Yeah.
but I was able to go to WrestleMania with my other bro, our mutual friend Briley.
Bro, love that guy.
Yeah.
He's having side quest after side quest. Bro, wasn't he just in New York for Comic Con?
Yeah, by himself.
Yeah,
I was supposed
by
to go.
himself, bro. I was like, that was dope.
Bro, he met a lot of famous people too,
Mhm.
Me and him went down to Vegas for
That's
WrestleMania.
that's a guest we should have one day.
Riley?
Riley, yeah.
Yeah, we should. He's a funny guy, man. Me and him had I'll save that story for another time, but we had an awesome time in Las Vegas.
Fuck yeah, dude.
We fucking survived Vegas, man.
Surviving Vegas.
Yeah.
Alright, fuck yeah.
Like we were both damn near broke when we left, but
Mm.
we both went up there with over 10 G's altogether. Yeah.
Damn.
But we had a badass time. I also met Gabriel Iglesias, Fluffy.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, it was that genuine. Like that meetup was more genuine than Jeffree Star, So
Yeah.
I never met no famous people before in my life until this year, but I met Fluffy backstage at Raw after Mania, and I even walked in the strip with fucking Loving the Great These Nuts guy.
What the hell?
Yeah.
No way. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
randomly, we just like me and Bradley got split up, and I was trying to find him, and then I just started walking and I saw this dude on his phone, and I was oh shit, I was like, what's up, bro? And he's like, hey, what's up, man? Come walk with me, talk with me, and then he had his phone on his head, like he was on the phone, but his phone was fucking dead or off or something. He wasn't even on the phone. So I walked like 2 blocks with him, and we're just talking and shit about nothing really, because he was trying to like be seen, I think, and then like we didn't really talk about nothing, but I walked and I took a couple of selfies with him, and then I was like, "Oh shit!" I saw Bradley. I was like, "All right, later, bro." But he didn't say nothing. He just kept talking, and like I was talking to him.
Like you still hit with him walking away?
Yeah. He was still talking to me and walking away, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And then we walked out of the I think was it the Allegiant Stadium with Conceited, that dude from Wild 'N Out.
Yeah.
Yeah, walked out with him, and then me and Bradley were getting our haircuts, and with one of the new young talent, shout out to BJ Ray. He's a new upcoming talent, He's was actually active wrestler at the time too, and so we got to. He thought I was another wrestler named Shiloh.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, so he came in there, and I was like, get my haircut, and he was like, Shiloh, what up? So I turned around and I saw him. I was like, what the fuck is that? The fucking BJ Ray?
You're like, no fucking way. What? Yeah, what?
What up, brother?
Yeah.
So,
Okay, bro.
what up, brother? And then he was like all happy. Then he kind of saw me. He's like, oh shit. But he still kicked it with me and Bradley,
Yeah.
at the barbershop. And then he was telling us about how, like, why he was there, and it was pretty cool. And he followed me back on Instagram,
No shit. That's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah. So, yeah, man, BJ. He's
He's a legend for that.
He's a legend, man.
Fuck yeah, dude. I love that for you.
I bet you, he could probably live on the res and fucking everybody would love him, man. But yeah, that's the end of my Jeffree Star story, man. I'm not flexing on the way that I'm lucky enough to meet some famous people, really lucky. But yeah, man, Jeffree Star. If you hear this, man, come on the pod and we'll straighten it out, man. I forgive you for fading me, man.
Yeah, we'll get that shit straightened out, you son. Goddamn. No, that's actually fucking hilarious. I love that.
Yeah, I'm like, of all people, Jeffree Star,
Yeah.
Yeah, but he probably thought I was gonna, I don't know.
Just, oh my god, you're Jeffree Star.
Jeffree
Yeah.
Star, yeah. Yeah, he's probably used to that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But
He probably didn't even want that shit. Like I remember like flying to fucking Chicago, and I was like, damn, I'm kind of tired as fuck, and I just landed. I was like, fuck, and I have to go through fucking baggage and get my shit. I was like, I'm tired as fuck, and I had to walk like a mile down that fucking thing.
yeah,
Yeah, so I get it. I get airports just take it out of you, man.
yeah, yeah. And then I kind of gave that to him too. I was like, oh, he's probably tired, you know.
Yeah.
Like I have the same feeling too. Getting off the just traveling too, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, that's my Jeffree Star story. I've been saving it for the pod.
Fucking is.
But yeah, man. So what you think?
Fucking actually, yeah, it's pretty cool. I'll send this off to Grant and be like, hey, bro, just edit this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just blur out every fucking name drop we ever did.
Yeah.
So we're very vague about it, but like those who know will know.
Yeah. You can leave the celebrities in there, but
yeah, celebrities in there can be stayed. And this one's getting the fucking zoomies over here.
yeah, man, I gotta go home and see my girl.
Oh
so.
yeah, bro.
All right, just to end the pod here.
If you have any like topics you want to hear about or something, we'll be pretty like I don't know how frequent this will be, but like yeah, we can get some topics going. Or if you like love the podcast, or if you want to like dig more into what Shiloh's doing in his life or what Little Brave is doing, you know, just don't be afraid to comment. Definitely show your support and liking and subscribing. We're gonna be doing some like video and audio sometime in the future once we get a camera, because this one has a camera going. We just need to get like a big SD card to like film a lot,
Yeah.
and that camera's like 35 millimeter, like pretty standard. Yeah, so we can probably just put it up over there and then just record us talking.
Yeah, this is a pretty good spot for our pods, you know. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed the pod, you know, give us a like, give us a share, you know, comment, and let us know how we did. This is the first of hopefully many.
The flow.
This is the Flow Boys,
Oh, flow boys, I love that shit. Let's go.
and this is your boy Low over
This
here.
is fucking
Kid Nice.
Kid Nice, boys. Let's go. I'm damn near 30, bro. I need to change that soon.
All right,
All right, see you
later.